Listen, learn, get inspired. I'm Tavis Bryant, and this is BBQ Therapy. Like, subscribe, and follow to help grow the barbecue therapy community. Also, visit my website at www.bbqtherapypodcast.com.
Bring on down, barbecue, your barbecue on. Get your barbecue on. Get your barbecue on.
Welcome to the BBQ Therapy Sports Edition. Today we're doing something a little different. No turn-in boxes, no brisket timeline, no sauce profiles, just sports. But not the safe conversations. Today we're getting into the arguments that start group chats, divide fan bases, ruin Thanksgiving dinners, and make people yell at the TV like the coach can actually hear them. LeBron or Jordan? Are rings overrated? Did analytics ruin sports? Is clutch real? And why does second place hunt competitors more than failure ever does? This isn't hot takes for clicks. This is competition, pressure, legacy, ego, obsession, and the psychology behind why sports makes people feel so much. So whether you're listening from the pit room, the garage, the gym, the truck, or the tailgate, get ready to argue, agree, and probably get mad at least once. This is BBQ Therapy Sports Edition, starring Jordan Kirkpatrick, Joel Fleetwood, and Mr. Brad Colter. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thanks for having me, buddy.
All right, no problem.
Jordan, hair's looking fly, as always.
Thank you.
That's the first hot take. No,
It's just jealousy. That's all it is, right, Joel?
Absolutely.
All right, how this came about? Well, we had a little fire started when Joe had mentioned that he thought that LeBron could beat Jordan in a one-on-one, and once I posted that, it sparked a little fire on the internet. So
Jordan's going to be real mad at me.
Expound on why you think that, Joe.
Look, I've said it before. Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player to ever live. He transcended the game more than anybody else ever has, and in my opinion, probably ever will. But LeBron and I'll even say Kobe, in their primes, one-on-one, they're beating him. Like they're bigger, faster, stronger, right? Like it's not. I don't feel like I know this is a hot take, but I don't feel like it should be. It's like saying Shohei Ohtani is better than Babe Ruth, right? Like he's just athletes have evolved, and athletes are further along, and the baseline to even be good, let alone great, is higher than it used to be. And the fact that in that environment they were able to raise themselves to the top of their game shows how good and how talented they are. It doesn't take away, any of their greatness, right? Babe Ruth still did all the things that he did, and did it in a time where there was no nutrition coaches, there was no strength training. Michael Jordan still did it in a time where Isaiah Thomas was going to knock you to the floor every time you stepped into the lane. But they're bigger, faster, stronger, and so they're going to win one-on-one when it comes down to it. I will now take all the flames.
Now, Jordan 6'6", 216, LeBron 6'9", 250. So that's 3 inches and 34 pounds. So it's not going to be a manhandle. I think it'd be competitive. I would say it would be a toss-up. It depends on who have the better day. I don't know. I can't bet against Jordan. What do y'all think?
I think Joel's in the bottle or something. I don't know, but so okay. Oh, dear God. So you think because he's bigger, faster, stronger, he's gonna be Michael Jordan? So
yeah, like those are the things that.
Fair enough. So, like Tavis said, it's hard to bet against him. You got a guy who literally refuses to quit. When it comes down to being clutch, one-on-one, I mean, they talked about it early on in his career. He's just a scorer. So then what did he go and do? He became Defensive Player of the Year. Then they talked about he's one-dimensional there as far as defense. They talked about him questioning running the ball up the floor, so then he became a passer. So you're looking at all these things when people start questioning. He adjusts his game to correct or to shut up the naysayers. 6'9" versus 6'6". You don't think Michael Jordan's going to back LeBron James down and pull a fadeaway on him? You don't think that he can D up LeBron James?
I think that both of them would get some stops. I'm not saying if they were playing make it take it that like Jordan never touches the ball. I'm not saying anything like that. They're both great athletes, but I'm saying that I think LeBron would win.
Okay, and what's the reasoning? Because he's bigger, faster, stronger, right?
Bigger, faster. I mean, what? So how else do you measure? Like,
asking.
I mean,
I'm just asking.
Yes, and I think that while Jordan was a competitor, probably unlike any other, let's not act like anybody who gets to that level of sports when we're talking about. I mean, all of them are surefire Hall of Famers, right? Like nobody's denying any of that. Like none of them quit, and all of them are competitive. You don't get to that point without some level of competitiveness and without an insane level of competitiveness and without probably a little bit of ego that makes you think that you're better than everybody and can do it when nobody else can too. So I think that while Jordan may have an edge there, I think that just sometimes that argument makes it sound like everybody else would just quit when they've all shown their whole lives that they won't.
So, Joel, you have $1 million. It's the last of your money. You have to place your $1 million. Here it is. I'll just ask you this. So, It's $1 million. It's the last of your money. It's 2019. Running to 21, you got to win by 2. You have $1 million. And you're trying to figure out who's going to come in clutch, and are you going to put it on Jordan or LeBron?
Well, who's got 20 then? That's not
answer the question. Well, I mean, you could do it either way. It doesn't matter.
If LeBron's got 20, I'm putting it on LeBron. If Jordan's got 20, I might put it on. I might put it on Jordan because there's.
So you don't think he gets a stop? You think if LeBron has the ball,
he
you'll
could.
think Michael Jordan D's him up and gets a stop? I'm just asking.
I don't think it's 100%. It's not 100%. No.
You made you sound like my 21-year-old son right now. So you're talking about you sound like him when I talk to him about LeBron James. He's like, I don't know, Dad. He's LeBron James. He is the greatest. I'm like, okay. I'm just asking if it's your last $1 million, if it's my last $1 million, and Jordan is down 19-20, you have to win by 2. If Jordan's down 19-20, my $1 million goes on him.
My thing is,
mine would not.
Just because LeBron,
you would go broke.
He is. I don't think he's the greatest because he played a long time. I mean, he's good, but all he is a different version of. I would say I would take Magic Johnson over LeBron because he did the same thing. I mean, he came out the gate subbing in for Kareem, and I mean, he do pretty much the same thing.
I'm not a LeBron hater. I'm not a LeBron hater. I think LeBron James is a great basketball player. He's a great basketball player. Michael Jordan's the greatest basketball player.
As a Miami Heat,
I agree with that take.
1-on-1, 5-on-5, fucking half court, 3-on-3. When you call it what you want to call it, if Michael Jordan's on the team and LeBron James on the other team, Michael Jordan wins.
Okay. Sorry, I'm so silent. I've not watched an NBA game in my life.
Oh, that's fine.
this and college basketball are really the only two. Maybe billiards. You start getting into baseball.
I was kind of thinking splitting it up. Michael Jordan versus Bobby Witt. Like Jordan played this baseball, didn't he?
He tried. All right, let's do another quick basketball one. Would you think if Michael Jordan was dropped in today, do you think he would be average or would he be the same Michael Jordan? Now, the thing is, a lot of people don't think. Now, he have access to the same thing that everybody else got with the same Jordan skills.
I think he'd average 45, 48 a game. Because I think he'd turn into a 3-point shooter.
Actually, I could see that. I think, we're not talking dropping him, right? We're talking about him coming up today, right? Because he's got access to all of the training and all of that. I think he'd be one of the best players in the league for sure, if not the best.
If we dropped LeBron back then and he didn't have access to all the stuff that he had.
He's 260 pounds. He'd be okay.
He's 260 pounds and flops all the time and complains when he gets hacked on the arm.
He going against Charles Oakley. And
could you imagine Bill Laimbeer just smoking him when he comes in the paint?
But Michael Jordan would do that now too because it works. It's an effective strategy. It shouldn't be, but it is. All the players do it, right? There ain't nobody that doesn't do that anymore.
No. You think Kobe Bryant was flopping all the time?
Kobe Bryant hasn't played in 10 years at least.
Don't talk negative on the dead now. Listen.
I'm not. You're the one who brought it up.
What I'm saying is LeBron James is known. I mean, I'm not saying he's not tough and he's not 6'9", 260. I'm not saying all that. But the man goes in the paint and gets touched. You don't think there's players out there? You think Kobe and Michael would go in the paint and every time they got hacked, they would be trying to sell a foul?
I think that's the game these days. And I don't love it. Like, I don't like it. Like, look, we were just talking before, I'm a soccer fan. Like, I don't like it in that sport either, but it's an effective strategy until they figure out a way to combat that. It's going to continue to happen.
Yeah, easy point.
Tavis, what do you think?
I mean, I'm never going to go against Jordan. I'm sorry. And I'm not the biggest. I mean, LeBron is good, but I mean, longevity don't make you the best to me. If you dropped LeBron back then, he wouldn't. I don't think he'd be just average because the power forwards back then it was different than they are now.
He would just have to toughen up, you know.
You had centers that were dominant back then. You got power forwards back then. I think Charles Barkley could have banged him up, and I mean Charles Oakley, all them just. So I think he would have been average back then because he wouldn't have access to all the training and all that, and the lifestyle would have been different. See, their lifestyle back then was Jordan to go play golf before he played basketball. I don't think
he go play craps before he went and play basketball.
He was drinking whiskey.
All right.
Let's move to football so we can get Brad in a little bit, and then we can come back to everything else.
Oh, right. I'm enjoying it. Just go on. I'm learning.
I take I think Elway's the best quarterback of all time. That's just me. But my first hot take, I saw online, it said, do you think Tom Brady benefit more from coaching than people admit, or was he just that good? Because if you put him on different teams, would he still be Tom Brady versus if you put other quarterbacks on different teams?
Me personally, I think he's just got natural talent. He's just he's a smart player. And I do not like the guy but I think he's a smart player.
He's the LeBron James of football.
I think
that make
no.
I'm not a football fan, so sure. I don't know.
Go ahead, Joe.
I think that Bill Belichick was the perfect coach for Tom Brady at that time. And I think he provided a platform and a system for Brady to be successful in. But by the end of his career, I mean, we saw it when he left, right? He immediately took the Buccaneers to the Super Bowl, and the Patriots kind of struggled. So I think by the end of his career and really, after the first, I think probably 5, 6, 7 years, I think Brady had developed to the point that it wasn't about the coaching so much as it was about him and the way that he was able to read the game and distribute the football.
Mm-hmm. I think he learned from experience. I think the coaching helped him out at the beginning, and I think the coaching in Tampa Bay, I think they had Byron Leftwich. That was a big help. But if you switched them in on other teams, I don't know. But if you plop Mahomes or Elway, Joe Montana, He went to the Chiefs and yeah.
We're
Took
talking
us to an
about
AFC Championship game.
players that have jumped across different teams. You know, Manning was another one that was just phenomenal. Not to bring up your precious donkeys, but Manning really, like, he revived them when he came up through there and after the Colts. So he was a thorn in our side for sure.
So it's like, can you tell, is he the Tom Brady the best? But I don't know. There's different factors. Just because he got the most rings, really, I mean, it's a team effort, maybe defense. So I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So let me ask, best NFL team of our eras.
I mean, you gotta.
You know, you got two guys from Kansas City on here, right?
And one guy who's just going to agree.
I mean, I have to say Kansas City and New Orleans, Jesus Christ. New England, the Patriots. Like, those two have been the two most dominant teams in the last 20 years.
So you would say the Randy Moss team that went undefeated, or?
I thought that was Dan Marino.
Oh, you
No, that's the Dolphins.
mean the best, just the best individual team, not the best like franchise. Yeah. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, give me that Patriots. Give me that undefeated Patriots team all day long.
I don't know. I got to go back into the early 2000s for me. You know, the best show on turf. St. Louis Rams. Oh God, what was that? That might have been even 99 or 2000.
Kurt Warner.
God, that team was so fun to watch. Like, just the yards that they would put up per game. It was a show. It was great. So I'm horrible with names, so I'm not going to be able to name many players, but
Marshall Faulk and Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt.
Yeah, thank you.
Got the John Taylor.
What's your team, Tavis?
It's a hard decision. I can go with the Broncos. They beat Green Bay. Terrell Davis, you know. But you got John Taylor, Jerry Rice, with Joe Montana. Then you got the Deion Sanders Dallas team or 49ers. Oh, I'm going to go with the Bears. I think the Bears probably. They won the Super Bowl.
That 85 team with the defense.
Yeah, I would go with that.
Right here is where you need to come in and just put the Super Bowl dance in there. I got a chance to meet Refrigerator Perry about, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. And it was a pretty cool experience to meet him. It was at the U.S. Food Show, and he was just a special attraction. But it was so nice to meet somebody that I mentored as a child. Like, I remember when I was a kid, I had the Bears get up. I had the number 9 jersey and the helmet, and I'd run around just hitting trees. That's probably why I am the way I am today. But
all right. Next NFL hot take. Defense is harder to play now than offense. Your opinion on that?
All the rules favor the offense, that's for sure. I mean, you look at, you know, the pass interference and things like that. I mean, we were talking about flopping earlier. I mean, you're seeing NFL players doing it now.
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of mix it up here. Like, what if the NFL brought in the same rule that Major League Baseball just brought in? Just as soon as you get that flag, just start tapping your hat. But you play. Yeah, I agree with Joel. I think sometimes with football, it gets a little ridiculous with the calls, especially towards the end of the game. And it does feel like the officiating crews do dictate the way the game's going to unfold. They will make it. You almost feel like Vegas is involved at some point.
Yeah, I saw another hot take. What do y'all think about this? To say instant replay should only be run at full speed The rules weren't written to be interpreted in slow motion, and it causes more harm than good. Either rewrite the rules to accommodate slow motion specifically, or don't use replays. So, what do y'all think? Should they do it in just regular speed, or what do y'all think is slowing down versus regular speed?
Joel, I'll let you go first.
I think so. I'm a get the calls right guy. Like, I want robot umpires calling balls and strikes. Like, I don't want to have to challenge it. I want they can do those challenges quick enough in baseball right now. Like, just get it right. Like, why are we even messing with challenges and this and that? That being said, man, it slows games down. It really messes with the flow of the game and everything else. And I get that it's maybe not as, it can be a little distracting to watch as a spectator, as a fan there. But I mean, I don't know. Do we want games decided by a bad call? Like, that doesn't work. That's not an outcome anybody wants either. So if you got to rewrite some rules, I guess fine. But some of them aren't even about regular motion, regular speed or slow motion. I mean, if the ball's either in the strike zone or it's not, I think sometimes when in, say, football, slow motion can help because it can be difficult to see, did the ball cross the line? Especially when just the nose of the ball has to get there, not the whole thing. So, it becomes difficult. I question if replay would be effective at all if it was only at regular speed on some of those types of calls. So I can see it both ways, but I'm gonna get the call right guy. So do what you got to do that.
I agree. I agree with that. I kind of enjoy like the older school football where there wasn't much of a replay. It was just, it is what it is on the field and let it play out. I thought that was probably the most fair for both sides, but that's been so long ago. I don't remember a lot about it. So,
yeah, I would say I would prefer regular speed. Versus the super slow mo where they see in the grass follicles and stuff like that. But if it's coming to a catch, go by what you see and make it more kind of realistic. And like I said, it keeps slowing the game down. And sometimes they still get it wrong.
I'm calling Roger. Hold on.
Sometimes they still get it wrong. So it's just, I think it would. I don't know. I like the regular speed. Just use your natural. They got to. To be a referee, you got to have skill. So just use your natural eye. And just, if you got to watch it a couple of times, just when they get to doing a little super slow mo and it bounce back, it's like, what are y'all doing?
And, I think, and this goes back to the flopping thing, but, when as players get better at that, you almost need slow motion to tell, like, did they make contact with them or something? To Jordan's point, if LeBron's driving into the lane and he wants to act like he just got hacked, sometimes, you have to, slow that down to see if you can see contact that you may not see at full speed. So.
Yeah, and these offensive players in the football side, like, they're getting really good at faking pass interference. They're getting very good at it. They can turn their bodies and make it look like they were pulled, and I think that is a plus of replay because it'll weed that out. But they don't really, some of that they really don't replay on. So yeah, it's the call on the field.
All right, let's switch to a baseball one. All right, steroid players in the Hall of Fame.
Mark McGwire. Oh, no, sorry.
You would have to call out my favorite player. I got 150 worthless baseball cards.
Sammy Sosa. Barry Bonds.
But I think, everybody was doing it at that time. It's just who got caught and who didn't get caught. So, I'm for them being in the Hall of Fame because, some of them were just good. I don't care what they say. They didn't catch Barry Bonds, but Barry Bonds was the truth before he got accused of steroids. So,
Well, Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire might have been the most fun year of baseball I've ever watched. Watching them two go back and forth, and then you had the Big Mac land up in St. Louis, and I loved watching that. I'm not a Cardinals fan, but I loved watching those two teams play each other and the back and forth.
Cardinals fan.
You're a Cardinals fan?
Yes.
Man,
I'm all over the place. I'm all
Man.
over the place.
Pretty sure he's just anti-Kansas City.
I like Denver. I like the Miami Hurricanes. College basketball, I like Carolina.
So you kind of have like sports Tourette's.
I like Philadelphia. So
Yeah, I'm pro letting those guys in the Hall of Fame too. I think I think for me, when it comes down to should this person be in the Hall of Fame, should that person be in the Hall of Fame, it always comes down to, can you tell the story of whatever sport without them? And that era happened. And to your point, I always say exactly what you said, Tavis, where, if guys on steroids are hitting home runs off guys on steroids, like, how's that, like, fine, and it was illegal. It was not against the rules of baseball at that time. Like, let's not forget that it was illegal, but it wasn't cheating. I mean, if somebody was smoking dope, you wouldn't have been like, oh, that guy's cheating at baseball. No, he's just breaking the law. And, I mean, while that's maybe not something that should be celebrated, it's something, it's hard to call them a cheater when it wasn't against the rules of the game. And honestly, baseball, until the public outcry got so big, baseball liked it because McGwire and Sosa was a thing and kind of brought baseball back after the strike, and it was bringing attention to the game. And so baseball may not have been outwardly promoting it, but they were turning their eye because they didn't want to mess up the golden goose. So it's hard to really hold those players to blame when they were just doing what they, kind of felt like they had to do. So Jordan, what's your take on that? I'd love to hear that.
I'm not really a baseball fan. Obviously, you know that, Joe. but I'm actually just a college basketball fan, an NBA fan. You guys were talking about football, and I just thought about whenever me and Allie first started dating. She was a big Seahawks fan, so our first year for Christmas, I was like, "Hey, let's go to a Seahawks-Rams game." So we go or whatever to Seattle, and we spent the whole week. And like midway there, she's like, "Oh my God, aren't you so excited to watch this football game?" I was like, "Not at all." I was more excited, about the food in the hotel. But so I pretty much say I don't speak a lot unless I know what I'm talking about. So when you're talking football and baseball, I'm like, I don't know shit. My dad, diehard Cardinal fan, he's watched and listened to, I think, almost every game, either on TV or on the radio, my entire childhood. So he probably would have been better off to be on this podcast, but
you're a good man.
Yeah, my whole family minus me, everybody in my family are Cardinals fans, and I was the one person to come out of Lake of the Ozarks as a Royals fan. But that has to do with the early '80s. When I was a kid watching the Royals, the '85 World Series, I remember watching all that. My favorite player, probably no one on this panel would guess what my favorite player was on the '85 Royals, but Dan Quisenberry.
I just wonder if Jordan would know who he is.
Dan Quisenberry.
probably not.
Really?
Probably not.
He was a reliever, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a reliever or closer. He was a submariner. And I love the fact that he threw a submarine pitch. So when I was a kid, I taught myself how to submarine pitch. So I can actually throw a more accurate strike, knuckle dragging the mound than I can over the top. So, and I have a lot more speed and velocity.
Wait, I'm gonna put this out. Like, I think pitching look like it might be the hardest thing to do because you throwing that little ball so accurately in that glove at the full speed. Y'all see that guy on the Brewers? They're throwing over 100. He threw over 157 times.
Is that new rookie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One guy.
He's like 18 years old, straight out of high school, and he's throwing 102, 103.
His arm gonna be attached to the ball. He's gonna pull his arm out. That's what I said about Wemby from Spurs. I was like, you better get it in because people that's tall like that, they're not gonna last long. But it might be a hot take. All right. Do you agree Tiger Woods had the greatest peak in sports history out of all players?
I don't know. Jeremy Lin was pretty impressive. Oh, shoot. Hey, man. I was part of that. Linsanity. It was.
They ran into my yeah. You got.
Oh, it was short. It was short lived.
He went to Toronto or something like that.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, once he was rolling, that was a wrap.
Yeah.
He took over the world.
Mm-hmm.
Best pure athlete ever. Bo Jackson.
I don't know. Primetime was pretty legit, man.
Man, that'd be a toss up. Like some of the stuff Bo did was just amazing.
This man ran up a wall.
And I still like they just showed this on TV. They showed this not too long ago on TV. Just the laser he threw from deep center field to first base to catch a runner. It was amazing. Like it had to be a 200-mile-an-hour ball he was throwing.
Yeah, I mean, the way he went out, it was sad. It hurt his leg, but that was no joke. I mean, two sports and was good at both of them. Deion was good at baseball, but he wasn't no.
I mean, they say that LeBron could have went pro in football. I mean, I may not argue the fact that he might up there as far as best overall athlete. Is that hard for you, Tavis?
Until I see him do it. And I don't think of no other all-around athletes. Yeah, so we'll go with both. All right, let's go college realm. Hot take: NIL and the transfer portal destroyed college football tradition. Agree, disagree?
Agree.
I agree with that. I was gonna say, I think the transfer portal in general I don't care for it.
Yeah, and then just throwing money at these kids just to get them to go anywhere. My opinion, I think it should be a cap, and all of them should get the same amount because it's getting ridiculous. Because some of these people in college making more than NFL players, so and it's just having the top player in the league going to Santa Barbara and other just the trigger. Yeah, you would have thought Indiana would have been. I mean, yeah, they used to kill folks back in the day for taking money and all that stuff just to feed their family. Now, like the kids driving Porsches and everything else.
What happened to just the days of, the one and done where they would dog on college coaches, players going freshman year, going straight into the NBA. It's like now you got all this.
You'd be in college for 7-8 years and like the boy that went to the University of Miami, he graduated years ago, but you just sitting there collecting the check and stuff. All right. And let me see. Conference realignment killed rivalries. Your opinion on that as far as college football and, just all of it, they're rearranging. Because look like the power's in the SEC right now, and everybody went there. So
They hate us because they ain't us. I mean, SEC and Big Ten are big power.
thing is that you got West Coast teams, over there, and it's just all spread out in one conference instead of wherever they located, and then bring together around bowl time and stuff like that. But it's just too crazy where USC and Penn State playing, and it's like it's too far apart. They need to realign in NFL too, I think, better for regions. All right. All right. Coaching matters in college sports more than any other sports. You agree or disagree?
I have an opinion.
Go ahead.
I mean, my opinion with college sports, that's kind of when you start teaching them to be professionals. And I think that's when the coaches really have that last bit of hand around the neck, and you're going to do it the way we want you to do it. I don't know with all the new rules and the trading that they can do if that really matters anymore. Because if a player's irritated with the coach, they can just go on to another team, or if they're not getting the play time they want, they just go to another team. But I still feel like your college football coaches, they basically set the tone for your professional career.
Yeah, that's true. But
I think in college basketball, I mean, you can follow the top coaches over history. I mean, I just think that they teach these kids, especially kids that coming out of high school, that majority of them, especially going D1, they were the star in their state. Probably Mr. Basketball or whatever it might be. You get in there with a bunch of other D1 studs, and it's like the coach has to still be able to manage not only teaching the plays, teaching them structure, but they also have to be able to manage those kids and their emotions with them being young, coming from maybe being the star to now coming in and being a role player. You know what I mean? I can think of a few players, that they were absolutely monsters when it come to high school. I travel to the state tournament every year and watch it. And, you watch some of these kids that just, they're standouts. And then I would go over, like there was a kid that went to SLU and I went and watched him. And then a kid from Belleville West, I think went to Ohio State, EJ Liddell. And he was 3-time Mr. Basketball player. In his freshman year, he didn't come out killing it. It's like, I feel like those coaches have to manage that, basically have to manage their growth.
yeah, definitely. I think those days are over with Coach K, and I think now since they started paying them the money, it's like it kind of destroyed all that, because some of the kids making more than the coaches. So it's like, how you gonna tell me what to do? I'm making more than you. So
I don't necessarily agree with the college students making so much money off playing their game. I do disagree with the colleges making a ton of money off of merchandise sales off their name. Like, if my name was on the back of a jersey, I wouldn't want a school making $100,000, $200,000 a year off selling a jersey with my name on it, and I don't get a dime of it. That would irritate me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they filling stadiums with 90,000 people, and you're not getting no money out of it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Which sport would you, out of the sports you watch, which one would you give up forever if you got paid never to watch it again?
Barbecue.
Watch. I don't think you can do it.
Paid not to watch a sport. Is that right?
Yeah, I would say I can give up the NBA.
I was gonna say I'd give up NBA.
It's not the same. I don't know what the last game I watched.
We could tell by your thought that LeBron was going to beat Michael Jordan.
Oh, wow.
I'd have to agree with basketball. Like, I don't care to watch it. I'll watch college basketball, but I've never cared for NBA.
Yeah.
And see, it's crazy because growing up, that was the thing. I talked to Allie and Hayes actually all the time. Man, I remember Saturday mornings getting up, I'd go play basketball over at the playground at school, And then you could just hear NBA on NBC. My dad would yell out for me. I go right back, sit down, and I think back to when I was a kid, man. I could still hear the sound of the NBA on NBC come up on the TV. Like, man. And now it's a struggle for me to get through. Like, I haven't even hardly watched this series.
Exactly. Me either. You see who won and keep it moving. Another hot take is I'll take Larry Bird over Steph Curry.
Whoa.
Shooting.
Whew. Larry Bird's a bad dude, man, but
Larry Bird's a shooter.
he's a shooter, man, but
3 points is different. They didn't shoot as much, but that's like accuracy. You win a 3-point contest with your shooting jersey on.
that's true.
Walk in the locker room talking about who's coming in second.
Yeah.
I mean, just they base it just on they didn't shoot that much. That's why people base it, because they never seen Jordan really. They never watched Jordan highlights. They never watched Bird highlights, Magic Johnson highlights. So they just base it on what they see today. And these jokers was bad back then. Like I said, I mean, I 100% take Larry. Because Larry was a shooter. Larry, biggest trash talker out there.
I'm a big Larry Bird fan, man, but Steph Curry, he's
good, but I think it'll be even. But I wouldn't say it was like a big blowout. Because I mean, yeah, Bird used to call his shots out in people's face. Like, I'm gonna go over there and shoot it right in your face, and people say he go do it too. So
I'll be honest with you, just going back to like the one-on-one, man, I think Scottie Pippen give LeBron a run.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. I agree with that.
I'm telling you, I think he would.
Wait, let's see how Pippen. What's his size?
Pippen was 6'8" or 6'9". Joel, are you cutting out, or is that just me?
Yeah, he's cutting out.
Okay.
So Pippen was 6'8", 228.
Faster, stronger, taller. Isn't that his reasoning? Stronger.
So
Joel's reconnecting.
He's buffing.
Screw this. I ain't doing this no more. I am not getting in the middle of all this.
all right, we see you moving now. So he's an inch shorter.
Thank you for letting us know.
Froze again.
He over there slaps his camera off. I ain't listening to this shit no more.
But yeah, that's a good matchup though.
I'm just saying. I think that would be closer than LeBron Jordan.
Yeah, and people try to think that Pippen was Pippen, but when he came in the league, Pippen didn't get in there until he got around Jordan. Man came from what, Central Arkansas, so he wasn't the Pippen everybody know. So that
Dude, I don't think LeBron can hang with Melo one-on-one.
Joel's speechless again.
you're gonna have all types of clips of this one, boy. Mellow.
I got one for you. What about, if you're talking one-on-one matchups in basketball, I'm going to throw it a little different route. But what about Caitlin Clark one-on-one Angel Reese? Who comes out?
Caitlin Clark runs over Angel Reese.
She's going to murder her.
Yes.
I don't think Caitlin can get her inside the paint, but I think from the outside court she can do. I'm totally acting like I know what the hell I'm talking about with basketball. But
you need to just YouTube Angel Reese highlights layups. You just need to watch her try to go into paint.
Yeah, I mean,
it's ugly.
Oh.
It's ugly.
Yeah, and I take what her name, Aja Wilson. I take her over.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, she's just tall and lanky. So All right. Let's say best NFL team of your era. I mean, NBA team of your era. I always have to say the Jordan Pippen Rodman team.
I was gonna say, come on now.
I have to go. I have to agree with that because that's the only one I remember.
Yeah. It's.
All right.
I mean, I'd say people could probably argue Golden State, their big run, but man, 98 Bulls. You're in trouble.
Yeah. All right. And let's do best college basketball team of all time.
Ooh.
I got to go with the North Carolina with Jordan, Worthy, Brad Darby.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, I'm more so just going to stick with Carolina because that's what I like. But, man, the Sean May, Raymond Felton, Rashad McCants, that was, I mean, I was, 20. I love that team. They ran over Illinois, and that made me happy.
And then I would say a tie for UNLV and Michigan. Fab Five.
Yeah, Fab Five was legit.
The Larry Johnson team, Stacey Augman, that was a good one.
The Fab Five team, man, they just had it going. They had swag, man. They made it just be cool. You know what I mean? That still to this day, what was it? They were just there watching Michigan in the finals there, and people still. What was that? How long ago would that have been? 30 years?
It was like I was in high school. I had the sneakers. So
Yeah, I mean, and they still, people are still going crazy about that.
Yeah.
Joe, you got to go outside, bud. You need to go outside, Joel.
Katie's over there robbing the internet from him.
Where are all these successful barbecuers where they got their high-end internet connection? I'm always like, damn, can I get some of that internet?
Hey, you got a restaurant. You rich. All right.
Okay.
I'm just saying when it's time to edit this thing.
You got to do some Max Headroom stuff.
I was talking to my dad today, and I was like, I got so much going on. I need to get this. I was actually trimming chicken. I looked up and it was like 7:51, and I come back to my dealership to do podcasts because my kids are yelling all the time. So I'm like, I just go back to the office. But so I was rolling up here, and my dad, I was talking to him, and I was like, man, I'm going to be on this podcast. And I was actually talking to T-Wolf about the same thing. I told T-Wolf, I was like, this is going to be a problem. They want me to come out here and talk about sports. I only follow college basketball and NBA basketball and billiards. And other than that, man, I said, you should be the one that's up here talking about this. T-Wolf, because T-Wolf, he's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to sports.
Oh, we love that.
You think you'd have some people upset. Wait till he got on here. That's actually what he said. He's like, I can't be doing that.
I think I'm going to keep this going. Just have just random folks and bring y'all back in, and everybody just in and out. Except Joel, because he is in
He don't have good enough internet.
I want to get him back on before I wrap it up, but gee whiz.
He's switching to the phone is what he said.
I thought he was on his phone.
He's outside, got his phone in the air, trying to get moving it all around.
He off in a big real estate plot.
There he is.
All right, let's try this now. I got on my phone.
Can't hear you.
Joe,
Still can't hear you.
Go outside and go up to the top of the mountain. Go to the top of the hill.
Yeah. Run around those 1,000 acres you got out there.
Put your phone on a selfie stick, stick it right in the air, see if you can get some signal.
Oh, man. You guys really can't hear me?
Hey, Joel, you need to trim your nose hairs, man.
Yeah, bro, you're way up on us. Way up on us.
My bad.
It's all right.
I take who wins the $1 million barbecue.
Michael Jordan.
Honestly, I'd love to see somebody that you wouldn't expect win it. It's just some little dark horse come in and win it.
I'd like to just get there.
Same.
It's gonna be
This weekend we thought we might have had it, and Allie we're sitting there and she's like, You think we might have this? I said, we want to go really bad, so the best case scenario is we're gonna get third. And they got down to top 5, and I was like, please don't call my name. Please don't call my name. And she's like, you think we're gonna get third? I was like, go ahead and stand up. They called our name.
But wasn't that like not to bring up old memories? That like 3 or 4 years ago, 4 years ago probably, isn't that where like you seem to like be stuck the third place spot all the time? Not that I would bitch about being in third place every weekend, but
2022, yeah. I think we had 9 thirds. Maybe 7 or 9. Yeah.
Because I think that's the year I really got to know you, and I was like, man, still good. I'd take it.
Yeah, but you're like, oh, this is fun. Third.
now I'll take 10th place, or just
Amen.
I didn't fill in this podcast hole, and I didn't think it was gonna be as good as it was.
Hey, but you're big time. You had a posse following you there at Memphis in May.
Yeah, I was like, now I got to see where it goes.
Yeah.
And I was like, I never thought it'd get here. Now it's actually 1 year on the dot that I started this thing, and I'm like, man.
Yeah, I saw that. Congratulations, man.
Yes.
That's big.
That's a big milestone.
But Bree and I were actually just talking about this the other day. The momentum that you've had over the last, I'm gonna say 6 months, has been pretty good. I think you've been getting some good guests on here, and I mean, obviously you got the Rushmore of barbecue on there, and so.
Oh yeah, I mean, it surprised me the people I was getting. Cause when I started, I was like, man, I ain't gonna get nobody. Ain't nobody know me, and then I had to change my approach, and I started going out there meeting folks and stuff like that. I don't like going and sticking in the studio. I like getting out there. If the podcast, like I said, it didn't exist, I'd be fine as long as I go out there and meet and talk to people. And then once Bob Gonzalez and Smoking Brothers called, I thought it was a prank call. You're talking about come out there. He said, you want to come out to Memphis in May and guest podcast host? I was like, yeah, that's a no-brainer there. So I thought I was going to share it with 2 other people, but it wound up being me, and I banged out 40 of them in 2 days. So
40.
Yeah.
So we're on your 2028 schedule for release?
Sounds like it.
They were like short. They like short ones. So when they send them to me, they did them all live on Facebook. So when they send them to me, I was just going to make 1 episode out of them. But I was rocking and rolling. But right now I have enough. I'm releasing this one next week. I'm going to try to edit this one once I get Joel's back in the spot. It's going to take a while to edit it, but I'm going to get this one out next week. But I got another episode to last of the end.
Am I not here?
Yeah.
Joe, you
Can
look
y'all
like
not
you're
hear
in
me?
a shower or something.
Well, I changed over to my phone, but
Did you clean your lens?
I was going to say, you look like you're in like a rainforest or something going on where there's too much moisture around it.
Yeah, right now you're saying like 10%. Everybody else at 100% as far as clarity.
man,
Okay.
It's because he's on an Android. That's the problem.
no, never that. You won't give me the change on that, I promise you.
1-on-1. Apple or Android? Which one wins?
Like a
I will say the iPhone is bigger, faster, stronger.
It's not though.
You can't argue.
My
It
phone
performs in
literally
the clutch.
folds open into a tablet. It's not bigger.
I was just joking. I was just using your outlook on LeBron James. I think I'm going to get a shirt, which unfortunately it might be fitting in some areas. Bigger, fatter, stronger.
Damn. Hey, Jordan. Before we go on this today, I want to congratulate you on your Vice Grip sponsorship.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I don't know if somebody played a trick on me. I got to a contest and the screw that holds the handle on was still in the pit, but the handle was off, and you have to pull the screw out to get the handle off. So I'm like, somebody jacking around with me. But so anyway, I have another stack at the house that I hadn't changed, and I got to the last 3 contests. When I get home, I'm like, I need to get that handle put on there. We get there, and I'm like, screw it. I had a pair of vice grips in the trailer, so I just wrote Outlaw on it and clamped it on there. I was going to see if Jay would make me actually like a cutout, like a handle that has a vice grip that has janky on it or something.
It's fitting. I love it.
Yeah.
that explains the picture.
You should have seen it the first time. We couldn't find anything, and Team Wolf's like, how are we going to open this? How are we going to do this? How are we going to control it? Nobody has anything. I was like, shit, I don't know. I was like, you're the smarter one here. You know how to do all that. You jump on it.
Now, Jay, if you're listening, I will take one of those grills to give you good sponsorship. I don't want those seasons and rubs, but I will take one of the rings.
Man, did you guys see that new Sergeant one he had? That thing is
That's him. I love it.
that thing is slick.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, that mug is nice. I was like, one color make a big difference.
Right.
And I was looking at that orange Gateway drum. I was like, oh my goodness. So, all right. Any final thoughts? Any other hot takes, Joe, before we get you out of there, since you were messed up a little bit?
Yeah, no, man. I'm sorry for the internet connection, but I don't know that it's a hot take, but I'm gonna say France is gonna win the World Cup, and I'm gonna have fun for 5 or 6 weeks being a hooligan, because, like I said, that is my one true love when it comes to sports is soccer. I watch them all, but that's it for me. So I'll be cheering on the United States, but France is going to win it.
You know players on France team?
Yeah, I know a few of them. I know Mbappe. I know, I know. So I follow the Premier League quite a bit, so I know the ones that are playing, in England professionally, and I know a few of the other ones. So yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say USA, so I won't get kicked out the state.
Man, I hope so. But
Here, knock on the door.
we got to be realistic.
Where did Joel go? He shipped him to France.
I'm not a soccer fan. I'm not a soccer fan at all, but I've got to say that I'm cheering for Curacao. They're like an underdog. I think it's their first trip to the World Cup. So Bree and I went on vacation to Curacao earlier this year, and they were talking about it on a tour that we were on. I think that guy tried to run that bus off the cliff. But anyway, the Curacao team's going to be in Kansas City. I'm like, well, how cool is this? And it's their first time coming to the World Cup, and like, I've got to cheer this on. So if I'm going to cheer for a team, it's going to be them. I know nothing about soccer. I know there's a goal at either end and they kick a ball around.
So how are they doing? Doing half in Kansas City and half here in Atlanta, or
they're all over? They're in
like
several cities, aren't they, Joel?
Yeah, there's like 13 cities between the United States, Mexico, and Canada that are having games.
and New York's carrying the final, right?
That sounds right.
I thought New York. I think NetLife Stadium, or whatever, is where the final match was going to be.
That sounds right. I don't remember.
NetLife. Yeah. That's
I'm gonna get updates by Joel. He's gonna let me know who's in this race,
same.
who's winning this thing, and I'm gonna be like, that's my guy.
I mean, I have a feeling Joel will be teaching me soccer from the pool house, watching games outside by the pool.
Man, I hope so.
What I do know is I'm gonna have some regulator gold, with some wings. Listen, I got my fill. I told Joel at this last contest, I said, man, I got $50. I Venmoed it to you. What can I get for that? He goes, he had set a bottle on my counter. He said, this one bottle is worth $50.
I brought you more.
Supply and demand.
He is an award winner. So.
It's legit, man.
I don't look forward to dealing with the traffic of the FIFA as well as the Braves combined. So it already take me an hour to get to work without traffic. So all right. Anybody else? Any last hot takes?
No, nothing for me. Thank you for letting me come on and act like I knew what I was talking about with sports.
Any go to barbecue hot takes?
Jordan Kirkpatrick.
What?
That's my go to barbecue.
I didn't hear.
I don't think it's a hot take to me, but I still got to ride with Tuffy though. I looked at his stats in 2013. He won Jack and the Royal in the same month. Out of those five, it was 5 contests. So you going back to back and stuff like that, it's just, I don't know. The man was an animal.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's so many grades and win stats when you go look at barbecue data and you're like, holy shit, Brad, Travis Clark, Darren, Tim, trying to think, Boomerang.
Yes.
They had a hell of a year.
Yeah. So
If we hadn't eaten up so much time talking about basketball, we could talk about who the Michael Jordan of barbecue is. But
hey, this show ain't never ended. I mean, we got this is just the start.
Yeah, man.
Once other people see this, they're gonna be trying to jump on.
Now listen, you think you're making people mad over sports? You start talking barbecue and start doing comparisons, you are gonna have some people. You might have somebody give you the shiv, Tavis. You better be careful.
You're gonna have the Brads. You have the Aaron's. I just made my own, so
There you go.
that's your LeBron versus Michael.
yeah. I'm just gonna say Tuffy's. That was most impressive to me. He might not be the GOAT to everybody, but that's the one that just stood off the sheet to me. 5 contests. So
He's a little before my time, but
got barbecue data. I mean, I watched him on the TV show and stuff like that, but I didn't get into it until COVID. So
yeah.
And then once I got the podcast, it's like it was a deep dive on everybody. So now I know a little bit about everybody. So definitely, I appreciate y'all. We shooting the breeze. People gonna be like, okay, why did they do this episode? But
well, they know. If you notice, when it came to like baseball and football, I was just kind of looking around here in my office thinking what needed to be done, but I have no input on that.
Hey, that's the fun of it. I mean, you have an input somewhere, just coming on and showing up and just speaking. With
He's back. Joel, what's happening, bud?
Hey,
Man, it's acting weird again.
So. But Like I said, Joel, appreciate y'all coming on and stuff like that, sharing y'all time. And we don't know how the reception is going to be to this. Well, we pretty much know, but next time I'm thinking about probably doing something like this live. Since with this new software, we can go live and let people hit the comments and try something different. So, hey,
I'll get a wired internet connection for that.
I'm down for that.
all right. And on that note, we'll see everybody next episode. Thank you for joining us for another therapy session. And remember, like, follow, and subscribe to help the barbecue therapy community. And also visit our website at www.bbqtherapypodcast.com.